weight of rice. In the time of the Zhou dynasty, there lived a young man named Zhang Yu, who would later be known as Zilu. His family was humble, their days marked by the toil of the land and the scarcity of their table. Often, their only sustenance was the wild vegetables they could gather from the fields, a meager fare that barely kept hunger at bay. Yet, in this poverty, a deep and abiding love flourished. Zilu's greatest wish was to provide for his parents, to see their faces free from the worry of an empty stomach. He could not bear to see them eat only wild greens day after day. And so, he undertook a great journey. He would travel more than 100 li, a distance that stretched across rugged paths and winding roads, to procure a sack of rice. The weight of the grain was a heavy load upon his young back, but the thought of his parents' comfort lightened his every step. When he returned, weary but triumphant, the aroma of cooking rice would fill their small home. For his parents, this was a luxury beyond measure, a feast made possible by the devotion of their son. Their joy was his greatest reward. Years passed, and as all things must, this time came to an end. After his beloved parents passed away, Zilu's path led him south, to the powerful state of Chu. His reputation for knowledge and unwavering character had preceded him. The king of Chu, a man of great discernment, saw the worth in Zilu. He bestowed upon him an official title, granting him status and responsibility. With the title came the trappings of a new life. 100 magnificent carriages stood at his command. His storehouses overflowed with grain, a stark contrast to the hungry days of his youth. He sat upon layers of soft, warm blankets, and at every meal, a dazzling array of tripods and dishes were laid before him, each filled with the finest delicacies. He lived a life of luxury that most could only dream of. Yet, amidst the splendor and the abundance, a deep and persistent ache settled in his heart. The soft blankets could not warm the chill of his longing, and the rich food tasted of ash in his mouth. Often he would find himself gazing into the distance, his thoughts drifting back to a dusty road and a heavy sack upon his shoulders. He would sigh, a sound heavy with the weight of memory, and lament to those who would listen. "Even though I wish I could go back," he would say, his voice thick with emotion, "back to eating wild vegetables and carrying rice for my parents from 100 li away, it is no longer possible." The greatest treasure of his life was not the gold and grain he now possessed, but a time of simple love he could never reclaim.